Hey friend, we're picking up this video where we left off on the last video. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, heading to my next job for the day. If you wanted to see my first job for today, feel free to watch my last video, the last vlog that I posted. Right now we're heading to this other job. It's kind of a cool other job because it's kind of another one just like what I did, where it's a bunch of punchless items. This lady's got a few different things. She's got a drawer slide that she wanted to replace with a beefier one, but it's the style that mounts on the side of the cabinet rather than the back of the cabinet. So we need to space out that cabinet with some 1/2-inch plywood and then install those slides for it should be no big deal. And then the bottom of her kitchen, underneath the kitchen sink, that bottom of the cabinet is all rotted out. She actually cut out the main moldy stuff a long time ago. Which was good to let it dry out and stuff like that. So we're just going to replace it with some wood there. That should be a pretty cool job. And then the next job I have for her is her closet slide up top is actually coming loose from the top plate there of the closet. So I think I just need to sink in some bigger screws into that. So we're going to get going on that. And they got a few other items to do. So yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's start this thing. Okay, so first job is we're gonna get this this drawer in place. So here's the drawer here, and the side, the new rollers mount on the side here, and there's about a 1/2 inch, a little bit over a 1/2 inch gap here that I need to fill in with some 1/2 inch plywood to get that guy in. The next job is this this sink here under the kitchen cabinet. See, they already cut out the kind of moldy spot, but we're gonna cut the rest of it out and replace it. Here are the sliders for this drawer. Here's also the wood for underneath the kitchen sink. But these are the sliders that kind of mount on the side here. Slightly over a 1/2 inch, so these 1/2 inch ones don't quite get it. So I just cut I had some other wood just laying in my truck, a little bit thicker, but this gets me to the exact, almost the exact right thickness that I need. So I'm going to adhere those together and then screw those in, and then I'll screw the mounts in.
Get your tail. There you go. You want up? Okay, up, dance, fast. Okay, walk like people. No, not like a bunny. Walk. Walk backwards. Walk backwards.
Wow.
Bless you. Good bless you. Bless you. Give me a good one. No, that's a speak. You goober. Okay, you ready? Seems to be all right. Their neighbors are good. You know, just.
As I had this drawer out, I noticed that it is broken here at the fronts. So what my plan is to take this scrap of redwood here and join it like that with some wood glue and clamp it from either end. Take this face off, obviously. Clamp it from either end and brad nail it into place to give it some extra supports. It's funny, one of my clients gave me these clamps probably about a year ago. Never used them until now, so comes in handy. Got our pieces installed there. May not be the prettiest job, but I never claimed to be a woodworker. I think it's gonna hold a lot better than it was. This job in the last kind of made me think, and I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite? Are you guys a cat person or a dog person? I got a suspicion that I don't know. Maybe most people that watch this video are dog people, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you a cat person or dog? Because the last house I was at, they had a cat that followed me around everywhere, and it was awesome hanging out with that. And then this one got a super awesome dog. So I don't know. Are you a cat person, dog person, or maybe you don't like either of them? I'd love to hear it. Okay, while this guy is drying, we're gonna get working on some of the other projects here. Okay, so this closet here is separating. I think it just needs more screws, longer screws. Let's see what we can do about it. Okay, that helped a lot. Now it's not loose at all. Alright, we've got them hung. Slide good. They're up in the rollers good. And they're not coming down, so that's good. feel pretty good. She said that I probably couldn't get this in the sink or under the sink without having to cut it in half, but I was able to get it in there. But this thing was cut by Home Depot, and it was just like a 1/4 inch too wide, and then also Home Depot cut it 1 inch too long, or too short on the length side. So we're gonna have to caulk the edges because this is the piece she wants to use. So just got to cut a 1/4 inch off here and then reinstall it. All right, now I gotta get it back in.
Okay, stopwatch is going.
Come on. It's like it was that. There we go. All right, time.
Did it.
Got it.
You did faster the second time. See? The shaped out stuff.
Sweet. Okay, got that under the sink all caulked up. That closet went good as well. Really just needed some longer screws. I think it had like 1 inch screws in it, and just put some 3-inch screws right up into the header of that closet, and it worked great. But this drawer's looking good too. I think it's about dry and about ready to go back in. So we're gonna take it off, put the faceplate back on, and see how it looks. One thing I had to say about this drawer is I think it turned out pretty good. It didn't really take me too much time. I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm gonna go install it and see what happens. All right, that job went good. That job went pretty well. It was there was a little bit more to it than when I originally came. I mean that drawer I found was just broken. I mean, that wasn't on the estimate. I could have just left that and been like, well, that's kind of your deal. But you know, one thing I learned kind of from this project, or this job, is that that it doesn't take much more time just to do things right. You know, just to do things thoroughly, like just get it done. It is kind of a bummer because it, you know, I mean, it's stuff that wasn't originally on the estimate, but big deal. You already got the tools, you got all the materials. This and that. I mean, yeah, if it takes another, you know, $100 in materials, obviously, you know, charge for that. But in this case, she had a piece of wood that worked perfectly, and was able to fix that drawer. And I feel like it'll last a whole lot longer. It's already lasted 20 years, so hopefully we'll get another 20 out of it. Just some of the logistics of that job. I was there for about 3 hours, and the total bill was $310. And I think I had about $10 in materials in that job, so about $100 an hour there for that job. So that went pretty well, even with repairing that drawer that wasn't on the original estimate. So overall, it was a fun day. And so let's see, that makes today, this video plus last video, total for the day $700. So $700 for the day. So that was a pretty good day. Yeah, well, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. You all have a great one.